Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us for our podcast today. We're glad that you've tuned in. I'm Tori.
And I'm Anthony.
How are you doing, Anthony?
I am wonderful. How you doing?
You know what? So far, so good. It's early in the day. Don't screw it up for me.
I've got my coffee, so I'm set.
Okay, so as many of you are acutely aware of, TEI Landmark is expanding our products and services, and you probably know us as a premier provider of audiobooks for your library, and you want to keep in mind that we not only sell audiobooks, but we also are the only company that leases audiobooks, and it's worth a conversation. So if you want to explore that opportunity, give us a call. We'll give you the number a little later in the podcast. But today, we're going to be focusing on a new direction that TEI is heading, and that is our MakerSpace and STEAM initiative products. Anthony, do you want to talk a little bit about MakerSpace?
Sure. So I've been on the phone, and I call and I'll talk to a library and I'll say, hey, what are you doing for your STEAM initiative, for your STEM, or even for your MakerSpace? And you kind of get that just silent pause there. And they say, well, honestly, I just don't know what that is. So my initial response to that is, are you already doing a Legos club? Do you have a knitting club? And a lot of times I'll get a, yeah, we've got that going. We've had that going for a while and it's successful. And I say, well, you are already doing STEAM and STEM. STEAM and STEM are the things that have been going on for years and years and years. Educating the children, showing them new technologies. It's just a new acronym that we have now for it. And STEAM is for the science, technologies, engineering, art, and math. And they're even adding a stream now, too, where reading is involved in that as well. And MakerSpace is the same thing. It is a space where you can get young adults or even adults in an area, and they can create unrestricted, just whatever you want. And another bonus, too, especially with the ones that are doing the knitting clubs and stuff, they will do hats, sweaters, and different things like that, and they will donate it to the homeless communities and different shelters and stuff. So it's a win-win. You're making things, people are getting together, having a group, enjoying their time and just socializing, much like your book clubs and stuff do. But then they also donate these to the different communities that need the help. So they're getting some community involvement. It's a win-win.
And one of the things that we try to stress is that you do not need to have a dedicated space in your library to have a MakerSpace or to host STEAM initiative sessions at your library. And many of the products that we have to offer are small enough that you can bring them out on a cart and use them on an as-needed basis.
We've discussed this in other podcasts, but we have come up with an awesome solution for this. We have a crate, and they are huge crates, and they are themed out, and they're filled up with a bunch of stuff. But the nice thing, again, is, one, I talk to people, and they say, I have no space, and I have no budget. Well, with our leasing program for the MakerSpace as well, this crate comes out, you open it up, you just set up your tables or whatever you're going to do. You do the program, you have a phenomenal time with it. You put it all back in the crate, it slides under your table, or you put it back in the closet. You don't have to have the dedicated space. Absolutely.
All right. So for today, we're going to do one of our favorite things. We're going to actually unbox and show you one of the many products that we have available. This is brand new on our product line. This is the Circuit Maze electronic current logic game, and it's designed for ages 8 and up. And I thought, when I opened up the box, okay, well, ages 8 and up, I can figure this out.
Master it quickly. Yep.
I won't say quickly. This game is a little more challenging than
what
one
you
might
said.
expect. Would you grab the bottom of the box there?
Absolutely. Oh, and it's packaged tightly.
Yes, indeed. Okay, so this particular game won the Teacher's Pick Award at the Scholastic Instructor Magazine Fair. It won the Techalicious Fair Best Toy of 2016, and it's also featured in Purdue University's Engineering Gift Guide. So if that doesn't give the official thumbs up in regards to what it does, I don't know what else will. So very, very cost effective. All right, so the idea of the game is you've got your game board, you have your circuitry pieces, and it comes with a deck of 60 challenge cards. And the challenge cards, they range from beginner to expert, right?
Excellent.
All right, so have you seen this yet?
No, I have not.
This is a hoot.
This is brand new for me.
Okay, so this is your completed circuit. It takes 3 AA batteries. There is a little screw at the top that you have to loosen and pull out. Good news, that screw does not come completely out of the unit, so you can't use it. I mean, can't lose it.
Absolutely.
You, you can use it.
Yes.
Yeah, you just can't lose it.
Using is good.
So, for the purposes of this particular episode, let's just go ahead and open up the game cards and put one of them together. And I'm going to start with a beginner.
Please and thank you.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Because, you know, as I went through it, some of these get to be really, really challenging. And so you have an opportunity to use this, of course, over and over and over again. This is a non-consumable product. All right, so the game starts out by telling you what pieces you are going to go ahead and put into the game piece, and what additional pieces you need to add in order to complete the game. And there is a solution on the back, which I'm going to try not to look at, because I'm thinking since it's a beginner stage, I should be able to figure this out, right?
I hope.
All right.
These are in there well. All right, so here's the first 3 it looks like. I'll let you put those in.
Okay, excellent. Thank you very much. I'll try not to screw it up. All right, so we've got our T shape, and then we've got 2 of the elbow shapes.
A red light, a green light. So by completing these circuits, we make different beacons and lights that shine and function. Is that correct?
Exactly. So you'll notice on this particular card, the challenge is you want to light up the red light and the green light in this challenge. So the pieces that we need to add are the red light, the green light, and then, of course, you know, the positive and negative portals for the game. All right, so as I'm looking at the piece, and we want to try to get the red light and the green light on, and I'm working this the opposite direction because, you know, I'm not very smart that way. So we can see that we're going to need to try to complete the circuits by connecting the metal parts. And you'll notice that on each of the game pieces for the lights, there is a positive and a negative terminal.
Ooh.
Which is something that you have to keep in mind, because if you put it in backwards, it isn't going to work. It doesn't complete the circuit.
Okay.
Now, these pieces, the conductor pieces, will work in either direction.
Okay.
All right. So we've got a red light, a green light, and then we've got the power flow.
Okay.
All right. So I can tell right now, because both of these pieces have an angle, it's not going to fit in here. This is going to need a straight piece to connect the circuit.
Right. And,
right.
And where I'm at right now, if I drop this right here, I go from negative to positive. And that means that the positive to negative, will that work? I don't know, honestly.
It's all about making sure that you have the direction of the current working in the correct direction. So like you'll notice the piece with the batteries, that's your positive terminal. And then the other end of it that it's connected, that's your negative terminal. So you want to keep that in mind while you're conducting the flow circuit as it was.
Okay.
All right. So if we're going to get the positive, so this is a positive, right?
Yes.
All right. So we want that to be going in the direction of the positive terminal, which would lead me to believe that this piece is going to go in here because this is your positive terminal.
Now,
right?
Does this flow outward so it goes positive this way and we're looking for positive coming this way? Or?
All right, so the direction of the current, because right now, you know, using my cognitive thinking skills, I'm assuming that the negative terminal is going to have to go in here. And see, I'm already heading in the right direction, right?
You were lit up. All right, well,
right.
By trial and error, let's just see if... Wow.
Excellent.
We are geniuses.
I know, right? We're smart and pretty.
Did we just accomplished something that said would take 8 years. So I'm extreme.
No, 8 years old.
Oh. Okay.
Okay. All right. So once again, you'll notice the positive terminal, the negative terminal, and we're paying attention to the fact that in order to complete the circuit, the flow has to go through the positive terminal towards the positive end.
But cognitively thinking, it looks like the negative terminal is coming here to the positive, and it's also going this direction to the positive. I almost would have assumed that, like electrical wiring and stuff, you want to go one direction. So I was a little leery on how this setup was going to work. But honestly, this really kind of taught me something different. That the flow is going both directions on this. So that's pretty cool.
Exactly, and that's because these terminals are conducting the circuit in both directions. It's only the light beacons where you have an interruption of the circuit. The circuit has to run a certain direction in order for all the connection to meet.
All right.
All
Well,
right.
I rarely learn something before 10 a.m., but by golly, I'm impressed with this one. I could see where this actually would be beneficial for the young and the older. I mean, I'm 45 plus, and that taught me something new. So I would imagine going through all these challenges, you're just going to start learning how circuitries and how the electrical flow work.
That's the whole idea. And like I said, we started with one of the beginner tabs, and the solutions are always on the back of the card.
Cool.
Right? So as you go on,
They get a little more difficult.
Oh yeah, I'm telling you, just a little
green,
bit.
yellow, and red. I love the warning. So we're DEFCON. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Okay. So then we go into the intermediate, and then into the advanced, and then you get all the way up into the expert. And typically on the expert cards, you're using a lot of different circuits.
Okay.
Moving in a lot of different directions. So this is an excellent introduction to the whole idea of electricity and circuitry, a great way to introduce that particular science to the young ones in your community, and not only just the young ones, because like I said, sitting at my desk while I was playing with this, it got to be a little frustrating.
Cool.
But I've my patience fuse is.
I was
about
going
that
to say,
long.
who doesn't love to frustrate Tori? Though? That's kind of like, we all take numbers at work. We're like, oh, it's my day. Yay. No, I am kidding. Tori is absolutely fabulous to work with. And if you ever call and talk to him, he's amazing to talk to. One of the things I like about you, Tori, is that, we have very easy conversations. And that's the great thing about any potential libraries that are calling us or asking any questions, is that we're going to have a candid conversation with you.
Absolutely.
Now, I guarantee, or I'm going to admit, you don't know us from Adam. But the nice thing is we don't work on a sales commission. We just want to give you valuable information.
So that you can make an informed decision that's best for your library.
Absolutely.
I mean, that truly is the bottom line.
Yep.
We are not salespeople. We're service reps. And we'll say it probably in every podcast that we do. Please feel comfortable in giving us a call and know that you can discuss any of the products and services that we offer here at TEI, and you will never get a sales pitch. That's not what we're paid to do. Of course, our CEO does, of course, want us to generate sales.
And we have some friendly competitions where we get to kind of rub the other guy when we, get a new account or something. So,
but like I said, I personally have 4 librarians that I'm aware of that actually put on their calendar to give me a call once a quarter just to find out what's new. Not everything that we sell, not all of the products or services that we offer are going to be a good fit for every library. However, we have a plan, a program, or a product that is a good fit for every library.
yes.
So give us a call. Let's have a conversation. We've got a lot more information that we'd like to share with you, and we will uncover a lot of new products and services in upcoming broadcasts. But you can reach out to us at podcast@TEIlandmarkaudio.com or
1-800-850-1701.
And either way will get you through to one of our delightful customer service representatives. And because we don't work on commission, if you call in and you're in my territory and I'm not available, Tony or Mark or Keel or Graham, someone will be able to address your question. There's never a phone tree at TEI. When you call, you're going to get a live representative. So give us a shout, 800-850-1701. We're TEI. Teach, engage, inspire.
We need an awesome in there.
Oh, yeah.
We're kind of awesome.
Tia.
Yeah. I like it.
Thanks for joining us, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.